Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you another episode of breaking news. This time I'm talking about the brand new X-Men event called Hellfire Gala that was just announced on Marvel.com. So this comic event is going to consist of 12 different issues across all of the different X-Men titles. There's so many at this point that each different title will have one issue that's part of the event. So all 12 of these issues are actually coming out all in June. So it's going to be a pretty short event. 12 issues isn't too many, except that everything is coming out in 1 month, and they're releasing about 3 issues a week through all of June. So I'm going to be taking you guys through all of these new covers that they announced, looking through some of the descriptions and the creative teams on all of these different issues. For anyone who's been following X-Men comics since like late 2019, Jonathan Hickman started his brand new vision for the X-Men. He came back to Marvel Comics after taking a long break after the Secret Wars event. In this brand new age of X-Men comics, Professor X and Magneto were able to team up and take hold of Krakoa, which is this living island. They're able to transform it into a sanctuary for mutants, and mentally called all mutants to Krakoa. Any villains that they fought in the past, everyone was welcome. It was a fresh start for the X-Men after having been hated and feared for so long. They finally had their own utopia. Since all of the X-Men stuff recently has been such a big hit, seems like they're going to be doing some sort of mini event every year, and in this case it's just the 12-issue Hellfire Gala. The whole point of this, by the description, is that it's unraveling things to come. They're going to announce the next X-Men team. You may or may not have voted for the final member of that team. Like about a month ago, there was a poll on Marvel.com where there was a list of mutants and you could choose which one you wanted to be the final member of this new X-Men team. It'll all be revealed in the Hellfire Gala along with some new plans for mutant kind. So all 12 of these issues are all taking place in one single night, the Hellfire Gala, where everything will be announced. It's a lot of story to cram into just one night, and I'm sure there will be some sort of supervillains that invade the party. Something's going to happen, because it's not just going to be a formal gathering for 12 issues, right? One big part of this event, it's seeming, by the covers and the description, is that fashion is going to play into this a lot. Russell Dodderman, famous artist who co-created Jane Foster as Thor with Jason Aaron, he's making designs for all the fancy outfits that the X-Men are wearing to the Hellfire Gala. These new outfits are being showcased across the covers. There's some pretty weird ones. So now that I've gotten that basic description of the event out of the way, let's get into these issues. We'll read the descriptions, look at the covers. So here we've got a list of all 12 of the issues, all coming out in June, and their creative teams. For the most part, it's just the regular creative teams of all these different X titles. So starting it off with the first part, we actually have an issue of Hellions, number 12, which is super strange because Hellions is one of the weirder X books. They're basically a team of supervillains who is tasked to do like the dirty work for the X-Men. They're also, some of them are pretty insane, so they're just trying to keep the Hellions in check. Who invited the Hellions to the Hellfire Gala? Nobody wants them around. That's kind of the basic idea of Hellions. I haven't been collecting it, but I have read a few issues, like the Ten of Swords tie-ins. It's a pretty good comedy comic, but I'm surprised to see that this is kicking off the event. But that's written by Zeb Wells with art by Steven Segovia, so that's just the regular team on Hellions. Then we've got Marauders, number 21, written by Jerry Duggan, with art by Matteo Loli. They're the regular team on Marauders also. Marauders is supposed to be leading into the Hellfire Gala in a big way, so there's like a lot of prelude type issues coming out from that series right now based on the description. Then we've got X-Force number 20 to end off that first week. All 3 of these issues are coming out in the first week of June to kick off the event. Written by Benjamin Percy with art by Joshua Cassara. That's really good to see. Joshua Cassara is one of my favorite artists. He's been doing a really good job, and basically his breakout work has been X-Force. Looks like X-Force are going to be just supervising the whole event, making sure nobody gets in who shouldn't be there. On sale June 9th. First off, we've got Excalibur, number 21, which is written by Teenie Howard, art by Marcus Toe. Regular creative team on Excalibur. They're just going to be doing this issue. I'm not sure if all of these issues are supposed to tell like a chronological story, and if there's going to be like new plot points in every issue, if it's going to be a continuous story, or if it's just going to be seeing like the points of views of different X-Men teams in their different issues of the Hellfire Gala. Who knows? And then we've got X-Men number 21. This one's written by Jonathan Hickman, of course. This is the flagship Dawn of X book, and in this one we've got art by Russell Dodderman, who did those designs for all of the crazy costumes they've got going on. Nick Dragotta, Sarah Picali, co-creator of Miles Morales, and Lucas Wernack. So a bunch of different artists on this one. And this issue, we get the debut of the new X-Men team. We'll finally find out which mutant won that poll that we all voted on a while back. And then in the third week of the Hellfire Gala event, on sale June 16th, first off we've got New Mutants number 29, written by Vita Ayala, who's the regular writer, and then we've got guest art on this issue by Alex Linz. This will probably be more of a lighter issue with not too much plot going on. Looks like the New Mutants are just getting to party at the Hellfire Gala. Then we've got probably the biggest issue of this whole thing. This is like the main issue that people will have to look out for. It's Planet-Sized X-Men, number 1, written by Jerry Duggan, and art is by Pepe Larraz. So Pepe Larraz has done a whole bunch of the different main X-Men stuff. He did the House of X series, so that was at the very beginning. He illustrated the Ten of Swords event, so they're really giving him the most important X-Men stuff going on. I'm surprised this issue isn't written by Jonathan Hickman, though. He's really the mastermind behind all of the X-Men comics going on recently, and I'd think that this main event issue would be written by him. Jerry Duggan, writer of Marauders and Cable, he's going to be writing this issue. Probably because some of the lead-up is happening in Marauders, he's getting to sort of write the main event as well. And then we've got X-Corp number 2. The first issue of that is debuting just the month before. I'm surprised that they're tying this into it because this series will just have debuted. And then immediately just getting thrown into this random issue of an event is sort of risky and strange. It might be weird for people who just want to pick up X-Corp but aren't planning on getting the rest of the Hellfire Gala issues. Maybe they'll just have to skip this one. And then we've got 3 issues that are on sale June 23rd. First up is S.W.O.R.D number 6. Abigail Brand, who used to be the director for Alpha Flight, decided to open up her own branch and create S.W.O.R.D, which is like funded and run by the mutants, so it's mostly to protect Krakoa, but I guess it also protects the rest of the world also. Written by Al Ewing and artist by Valerio Schiti on that issue. Then we've got Way of X, number 3. Again, a brand new X-Men series, hasn't even started yet, but just on its 3rd issue, it's already tying into this event. People might just want to be getting Way of X and not this whole event. They'll be confused if they just pick up this issue and they're thrown into the middle of this Hellfire Gala event with no prior knowledge of all the issues that came before. And then we've got Wolverine, number 13. This is probably kind of a continuation to that X-Force issue earlier. The X-Force just supervising the whole event, making sure nobody's getting in that shouldn't be there. And I guess more of a focus on Wolverine. That's written by Benjamin Percy and artist by Scott Eaton. But they're only coming out with this one issue in the last week. That's X-Factor, number 10, written by Leah Williams and art by David Baldione. They're the regular creative team on that series, probably sort of an aftermath or the big finale issue. This really isn't one of the biggest X-Men titles, so I'm surprised that they're ending off the event on this like more obscure X-Men title. But like I said, it'll probably be more of an epilogue. Now let's look at those covers. I'll show you some of these crazy suits that they've got for the Hellfire Gala. So there's the Hellions one. That cover's by Steven Segovia. We see the Hellions causing chaos at the event. The Hellions is a pretty strange team with some obscure characters. And then for the 2nd issue, we've got Marauders, Emma Frost in a new suit, designed by Russell Dodderman. He's doing the covers for Marauders, so he's getting to show off some of the fashion that he created. Then we've got the X-Force cover. Some more weird fashion designs. All of the X-Men in these like skin-tight black suits with strange V-necks. This honestly isn't like very fashionable, it's just weird jumpsuits. Alright, and then for part 4 we've got the Excalibur cover. There we have Riker, unhappy, walking away from the party. By the description of this issue, it was talking about how he doesn't like parties, so he's not going to fit into the Hellfire Gala. And then we've got the X-Men cover by Laniel Francis Yu. Just a splash page of all of these mutants. I also noticed that Apocalypse is in the background here. Ever since the end of Ten of Swords, he went to live with the Arakan mutants, and he's been away for a while, but I guess he's coming back here. I think Jonathan Hickman really likes writing Apocalypse. I didn't expect him to be gone forever. Alright, next for part 6 we've got the New Mutants cover by Martin Simmons. Crazy cover, and a lot of the other New Mutants covers lately have been pretty abstract like this one, but we have Emma Frost, I think, and the New Mutants team coming through Krakoan portal. Alright, and then the Planet-Sized X-Men cover. Here's some of the fashion invented by Russell Dodderman on display. Bunch of different X-Men characters with their new suits for the Hellfire Gala. And we've got the X-Corp cover, pretty simple one, but some interesting art, making things seem almost two-dimensional in different parts of this cover, like the wine glass, and then other parts are very detailed art. Then we've got the S.W.O.R.D cover by Valerio Schiti. Here's the whole S.W.O.R.D team. They're all working at the space station with some sort of triangle portal thingy. I don't know what's going on in this cover. That'll probably tie into whatever plot and lore is going on in this event that we'll find out once the issues come out. This whole thing is pretty mysterious, but I guess everything will be revealed at the Hellfire Gala. That's the whole point. And we've got the Way of X cover. Nightcrawler and Pixie, some sort of flying baby. Maybe that's an X-Men character that I just don't know of. Let me know in the comments if you know who that is. They don't look like they're having a fun time. Maybe Nightcrawler is in a bad place by nearing the end of this event and his Way of X time. Alright, and then the Wolverine cover, second to last issue here, guest starring Deadpool apparently. He's not actually a mutant, he's not allowed on Krakoa, but that's been kind of a funny thing through his history. If you don't know, New Mutants number 98 was the first appearance of Deadpool. That's an X-Men comic, and he's been wanting to get into Krakoa. We saw him break in using another mutant in the main Deadpool title, which was kind of funny, but I guess he's crashing this here. And then finally, this last issue, X Factor. Cover by Ivan Chavrin. We see Dakin dancing with Polaris. Everybody's partying in the background. Like I said, probably sort of an epilogue issue is my guess. Alright, well that's all 12 of those issues that are coming out in June across 5 weeks, like I said, like an average of 2 or 3 issues per week, so it's a lot, but it's just going to be a 1-month event. I think I'll probably be trying to get the whole event. I don't think it's the type of deal where you can only get some of the issues. You probably need to get every issue. It's probably a continuous storyline that you'll need to collect everything to get. And it's kind of unfortunate that I'll need to be getting a bunch of different X-Men titles that I'm not actually collecting the ongoing series of in order to get the full story, but that's Marvel events for you. So let me know what you think of this whole event. What do you think is going to be revealed in the Hellfire Gala? What's the big plans for the future that they're talking about here? Let me know down in the comment section below. And what do you think of those crazy fashion designs that they made? If you did enjoy this video, you can consider subscribing. It's the big red button right below this video, and you can click that notifications bell right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.